In 2011, 9,878 people were killed and approximately 315,000 more were injured, all because someone decided to get behind the wheel after drinking alcohol. This according to the MAD campaign, which is an organization created to help lower the cases of drunk driving related accidents per year. All of those 9,878 deaths were very preventable, yet it happened. My sole purpose of this speech is to educate people about the dangerousness of drunk driving and persuade them to avoid this activity. I understand that the general public knows that drunk driving is a crime and that it should be avoided, yet every day there are car crashes that result from a drunk driver. Any incident related to drunk driving is most assured to take lives of people and therefore should be avoided under any circumstances. Driving under the influence has caused many people their lives, and sometimes people that died weren't even the ones driving drunk. This topic is beneficial to us because most of us are still teenagers or in our early 20s. And according to a study by the NCADA, the leading cause of deaths for 15 to 24-year-olds are automobile crashes, and alcohol is the leading factor in it. Oftentimes, we don't realize something until we experience it. One of my old classmates from high school died in an incident related to a drunk driver, and it made me realize just how dangerous drunk driving is. I'm going to tell you about some of the most shocking facts related to drunk driving that will hopefully make everyone think twice before driving under the influence of alcohol. So first, let's get to know some of the facts related to drunk driving. The number of casualties resulting from drunk drivers is very shocking because according to the NCADD, which is the National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, nearly 13,000 people are killed each year in alcohol-related crashes, and hundreds of thousands more are injured as a result of those accidents. One of the reasons why drunk driving is so dangerous is because the drunk driver is usually not the only one affected. They put other people's lives at risk as well as theirs. The MAD campaign's research also found that every 53 minutes on average, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash, and that's not taking into account the fatal injuries that result from these accidents. It makes it hard for me to swallow these facts knowing all these fatalities can easily be prevented. Let's move on to the penalties for getting caught behind the wheel intoxicated. Penalties for drunk drivers are very severe. It could lead to being imprisoned for life and having your rights taken away forever driving a car again. It's just another reason why you should avoid driving drunk. A professor who majored in PhD named David Henson conducted a research in which he listed the possible penalties for people who are caught behind the wheel intoxicated. And he found that automatic license revocation along with mandatory jail sentence seems to be the most effective penalty to reduce drunk driving. In his research, Henson also stated that DWI courts forces repeated offenders to attend alcohol rehab programs and list the offenders as having a problem of alcohol addiction. Impounding or confiscating license plates and expanding alcohol server training programs are just another few penalties for drunk driving. Henson also mentioned an interesting preventative measure taken by DWI officials, which is mandating the installation of interlock devices that prevent possible intoxicated persons from starting a vehicle. I found this interesting because it could be a valid measure to possibly decreasing accidents caused by drunk driving. Driving while being drunk also has much larger impact on much larger population throughout the nation. Incidents related to drunk driving has an economic effect on the nation. According to the CDC, which is Center for Disease Control, the annual cost of alcohol-related crashes totals more than $51 billion, and over 1 million people are arrested every year for driving under the influence of alcohol. These are a few of many ways how this epidemic affects everyone. Driving under the influence of alcohol has ruined many lives and killed many people, yet people continue to get behind the wheel drunk, and more times than not, it will lead to a tragedy. Good news is that the problem is very much preventable, and the numbers of drunk driving related accidents have decreased over the past few years. But thousands of people have died, and hundreds and thousands get injured from this epidemic each year. And all of this is preventable by simply making a choice of not getting behind the wheel intoxicated. Hopefully, I have provided enough examples and heartbreaking facts to assure that no one gets behind the wheel under the influence of alcohol. Drunk driving is most assured to take lives, that has proven time and time again in the past. So next time you drive drunk, or next time you drink or know someone that might drive after drinking, stop them, Take a cab or call someone to pick you up. It might just save your life.